All right, welcome back to another untilit.works cipher. So if this is your first time here, so these first break sessions, and I'll talk about that later, I like to kind of go over and give like a little short orientation of everything here on the site. So untilit.works is kind of like an online study group thing, and created it because for me, to feel productive and get things done and actually get stuff done, I like to block out time where I know that, all right, on this time, this day, I'm going to work and get something done on a project I've been meaning to work on. So that's what these are. So these are like weekly, and I block out like 3 hours, 2 3-hour blocks, and each block is a cipher. And a cipher consists of sessions, and there's 2 sessions. There's the work session and the break session. What you just came from was the work session, and that is for just heads down, focus on work, get stuff done. You know what I mean? And then these are the break sessions, and they happen 15 minutes after the hour. And this kind of lets your mind rest, think about something else, maybe find out about something new or what have you, or whatever. You know what I mean? Maybe get up, stretch, take a walk, what have you. You don't have to like look at me. You know what I mean? So this is totally optional. It's just kind of like a forced break to like, all right, you put in a good amount of time. Now, like, relax a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You got to be good to yourself. And so what you have here, again, is the break session. If you look above, you'll see a row of links. There's the home, the shop, the subscribe. And if you're logged in, it will say log out. If you're not logged in, it will say log in. Now, the subscribe. If you want to find out about any upcoming ciphers that we have going on, you can click that, and that'll show you all the upcoming ciphers. So and what's cool is you can also subscribe to, I should probably change that to schedule. I keep saying I'm gonna change the schedule, but I never do. It's called subscribe because you can subscribe to any upcoming cipher, and you'll get a notification when we're about to go live. And you can subscribe to all ciphers as well if you want to get notifications on all of them. And you get a notification on the device that you subscribe to, by the way. So if you're on your laptop and you subscribe, you're not going to get it on your mobile device. You'd have to subscribe on your mobile device as well. Cool. All right. So below that, you have my picture, my video. There's that. Now, if you ever happen to jump in on the site and we're doing the break sessions, the video may seem frozen. And that's because in the browser, you can't really autoplay video and audio. It's not a thing. You can I think you can autoplay video, but it's going to be muted. Like you have to set it to be muted. And it's a thing in the browser, because you don't want to like randomly pop up on a site and there's like, who knows what's playing, you know what I mean? And so you have to interact with the site somehow, whether it be clicking or doing something, and then it will automatically play. So that's why there's like the little warning there saying you may need to click the play button to start the stream. All right. Next to that, we've got the open closed caption button. I'm doing speech to text recognition through the browser. It's kind of cool. You can check it out, the speech recognition API. And hopefully the words that I am saying are being transcribed into accurate text that should pop up in a little space when you click open close caption. Below that, you'll see 2 buttons. There's the add a clip and create a highlight video. If there's anything that you found interesting or like, oh, notable, you can click the add a clip button, which I'm doing right now. And what that'll do is it will clip out like 5 seconds. And then whenever you're done, you get 5 of those. And when you're done, you click create a highlight video. And what'll happen is once I hit stop broadcast, it takes those timestamps, sends it off to my backend where it does a bunch of stuff, making calls to things, a whole lot. I spoke about it earlier, like a while ago, one of the past videos. You can check it out. And so what'll happen is it will take all the clips, create a video, and then put like a custom header intro, and it'll have like your actual username, whether it be Twitter or GitHub, depending on whatever you signed in with. And yeah, and then from there you can actually share it. So, and then below that we have the timer, and that's how much time is until the actual next session, which will be the work session. And then you can also join the room to if you want to join the chat, or if you want to have any questions or things like that. So yeah, there's that. Cool. Now let me present this thing here. Let me share my screen. So now that was the break session. Let me show y'all and walk y'all around the actual work session mode. Start screen share. Not going to need any audio. Cool. So here is the work session. So you'll look something similar to this. The background may be different, and the actual artist that loads up may be different because that's all random. But up here in the upper left-hand corner, we have a audio player. And I'm lucky enough to know a lot of really cool producers who make some really great music. And so I asked some of them to submit some music for random projects I have like this. So there's that. So if you want to listen to some dope tunes while you're getting whatever it is that you're working on, you can do that right there. It's a Bandcamp player. I'm a big fan of Bandcamp. And so these artists are also on Bandcamp. And so, yeah, so you can click buy if you want to check it out. Like if you really want to support artists and you know you're digging it, you can share it. And then below that, in the same vein of sharing, if you like the track, you can help spread the word. And there's a tweet link. And what that'll do is open up in a new window, twitter.com, and it'll pre-populate a tweet, you know, like kind of saying like, yo, I like this artist. It'll tag them and the name of the track. And then, you know, so it's kind of like a way to, you know, show some support if you like it. I'm always a big fan of showing support to artists that you like, you know, so word. Below that and to the center of the page, there's the to-do section. And so this is where you list your tasks, list your tasks that you would like to get done. You do that in the input field here where it says add a task. You can hit enter, or you can click the plus sign. It'll bring up the task and you're able to check them off. And when you do check them off, they go under the done. And so you click done and that'll open that tab and it'll show all the things that you completed. Cool. And then once everything is done and you're ready to go, you can actually click the Twitter icon here. And now again, we'll open up Twitter in a new window with a pre-populated tweet listing all the things that you got done. It's kind of like a feel-good thing, like, I got some stuff accomplished, feeling good kind of thing. You know what I mean? So there's that. All right, we got another timer, and that's just a countdown to the next break session. And again, they're 15 minutes after the hour. All right, cool. Below that, we have view tutorials. Let's say you don't have a thing you want to work on. Maybe you're looking for inspiration or what have you. With that, I have some things there. So let's say you're super brand new to coding and you've heard about these things. You're like, I wonder if I'll be interested in this. So I have two things that I've been told are really good resources. There's freecodecamp.org and the Odin Project. And from what I understand, I've never done it myself because they weren't around when I was, you know, dredging through the muck trying to learn how to code and stuff. It was a different time when I learned to code. But yeah, so I'm told that they're really good, and I've looked over kind of like the curriculum. They seem pretty legit. So at the very basic, at the very base, you'll be like, you can tell whether or not you like coding and if you would like to spend more time and or money to pursue it further. So those are cool. Now, let's say you go through that, or you already know about coding, and you just want to look for a cool project to kind of get started. So I work at Vonage as a JavaScript developer advocate. And so part of my job is to like work on tutorials. You know what I mean? And so we got 3 tutorials there from Vonage that I've had some input on. And you can check them out. I think they're cool. They're like really cool projects, like little quick things that will like, you could get something done, feel good about it, and then maybe build on it later. It might spark something to where you want to build an application around it or what have you. And so we got some stuff where from your browser, you can dial a phone number. you can click a button to call, and that will ring a real world phone, and you'll be able to carry on a conversation from the browser and the phone. Kind of amazing. Then I have the opposite, where you can call a virtual number from a real phone and then be able to answer that in the browser. That's so many different things you could do with that, right? Kind of amazing. So there's that. And there's also being able to carry on an audio conversation between two browsers, like two users in the browser. We live in amazing times. All right. So there's those. Check them out. My hope is that for any tutorials is that you're able to follow the steps, get the desired outcome, but not only be able to follow the steps, but to understand what's happening in the steps. And so you can take it further and build upon it and do some really cool stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that's that. Below the tutorials, we have the hakko, which stands for help a coder/creator out. That is, hey, if you get stuck on something or you want to get feedback on something, you click the create button there. What that'll do is allow you to create a room, your own private room, where you get a unique URL. You can share that URL out on social media or give it to somebody. And then what will happen is they'll be able to join your room, right? Now, they request to join your room first. Nobody just runs up in your room. You know what I mean? I added like a little blocker so that, like a little gate, so that you could check to see who's requesting to join your room. You can click on their name and it'll open up either their Twitter or GitHub, depending on whatever they signed in with. And yeah, you can actually like deny them, if anything, if they look kind of shady, because it's the internet. All right. So yeah, so with that, you're in your room. You as the owner can share your screen and you'll be able to show everyone else in the room like, hey, the thing that you want to show them, whether like, hey, I'm running into an issue, or hey, what do you think about this? Like to get some feedback. And my hope is that together as a collective, you'll be able to get whatever it is that you need. And now there's chat, like text chat. You can do audio chat. I've got like text to speech stuff there. So if you want to, so let's say you don't even want to like look at it or whatever, you want to focus on what you're working on. I have text to speech. So all the texts that come in, it will be audibly, it'll be read, like the computer, the browser will read it out loud for you. Kind of cool stuff. And then I also have speech to text. So if you want to just be able to talk, and it will send your messages as text to the chat, text chat. Pretty cool stuff, I think. I don't know. You let me know. And then you can actually view any other hakkos that are happening. And then below that, we have the show and tell. Let's say you have something cool that you just found out about and you want to talk about it, or something you built or something, whatever, and you want to let the world know about it. They have the show and tell signups. They're like lightning talks where you get 5 to 10 minutes to kind of just talk about what you found cool. And that's pretty much it. And if we don't have any, I'll be doing something similar. So it's kind of like an example. All right, below that, that is where once you hit create a highlight video, what will happen is that status there will say submitted. And then once it's all done doing whatever it is in the background and is ready for you to check out, it'll say done, just like how it says there. You'll be able to click the view button. It'll open it up and you'll be able to check out the video, preview it. You can download it. And then you'll also get another Twitter link to where you can open it, and it will open up Twitter with another pre-populated tweet. And there'll be a unique URL unique to you, so that if for the person looking at it, if it loads up the preview card, like the video card, it will be your video there to preview it, and then it'll link to the archive video. So that's cool. Yeah, because I record these and they're in the archive, so you can check them out and stuff. Yeah, and then what else? I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions or what have you, feel free to let me know. I'm gonna get y'all back to work. And again, 15 minutes after the hour is when we come back for the break session. So I wish you much productivity. And I'm just setting the timer here. And yeah, so again, thank y'all for hanging out. See you soon. Hold on, let me switch this. I'm so careful not to press the wrong button because it could mess everything up. All right, so yeah, let me I'm almost forgot to create a highlight video, so I'm going to do that now. Cool. And so what I like to do is, because Twitter sometimes doesn't, depending on, I guess, the device the person is on, they may not show the actual video. So I download the video and I attach it to the tweet. And so that way I know there's the video that's going to be shown along with the actual tweet. And I posted to Instagram as well. So there's that too. All right, cool. Let me stop my screen share so I can get ready to send y'all out with some traveling music. And this right here is by one of my favorite producers. It goes by the name of Nujabes, R.I.P. Nujabes. And let me share my screen. And then, all right, here we go. Cool. And it's featuring Apani B, and the track's called Thank You, because I want to thank y'all for hanging out. And see you 15 minutes after the hour. Much productivity to y'all. All right, y'all be easy. Peace.
Well, let me start from the heart. I just want to state, I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart. I just want to state, I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me.